And step by step, technically, we also change to our next speaker. She already will speak a little bit more about global things and global topics, what is very important, especially in our global world. Of course, nowadays, these global challenges are quite unstable generally, because we might be focused for some concrete region or market, and then tomorrow we are reading news that we need to be ready for changing our focus. Therefore, I think unlocking global opportunities, generally knowing how to do it in correct way, gives us an opportunity to be competitive in every kind of situations what can arise in nowadays. And I think this is very important topic for every single small and medium enterprise, and even for persons who is doing not maybe like high level businesses, but doing sales in smaller scales and still are looking for global opportunities. So now I would like to give a floor to Mrs. Kristīna Pudāne. She will have a presentation about unlocking global opportunities through effective websites, and she's CEO and web strategist in the company the Brandsite. Kristīna, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. So, my name is Kristīna, and I am the founder of the web design and development company in Latvia. We have been helping businesses, probably similar like yours, small and medium-sized around Latvia, and as well in the Europe. And today I would like to share some knowledge. I hope you find something for each of you, something that is valuable when thinking about going global or trying to reach new markets. I will be splitting the presentation in 3 parts to make it more structured, and the first is a global opportunity and the meaning of the website in it. The second is more technical parts about what the website should include, what you should be doing, and what maybe you shouldn't be doing at all. And the third is a little use case story from my own experience when trying to reach new markets. So, going global, it's the time when the physical borders are not the borders anymore. By that, I mean that some statistics already from 21 show that already almost 65% of the global population are using internet. And the internet users are growing exponentially. Just in 1 year, the growth of the internet users at all has been 7.3%, which is huge. And now we even have already 23rd, right? And there's a good saying, if you are running a business and you don't have a website, then you actually don't run a business. 90% of the companies working in B2B actually are having websites. So what the website actually is and what is the meaning of having a website? In the past, a lot of people thought that it's a marketing tool, you know, you put some contacts in it, an address, maybe some picture of CEO, but actually I can't stress this enough that the website is a sales tool. It's pure sales tool, which is actually like a sales manager working 24/7 all through the year. With the help of the website, you can actually reach the global market without any kind of limitation, just depends on the business development, sales and marketing strategies. Of course, it's also a marketing tool because you can make yourself a little bit shinier and a little bit smarter, and it's completely okay. But in general, it's actually your kind of a storefront online, which means that everyone who is watching your website actually develops the impression about how you work, what are the quality of your services, and if you actually can be a good match and if they should trust you. That brings me to the point that there are a lot of websites. You should be analyzing also yours, but there are websites and then there are effective websites, which means main task of a website when going global or trying to get new partners or even customers, the website should be building trust. It's similar also like with nowadays with the human interactiveness, what we want from our friends, partners, even service providers in private life. Either we are bringing the car to the service, or we are bringing our best clothes to the chemical cleaning. We want that actually they really deliver the service. And when we are watching the website, for example, when we are entering your website, and if the website doesn't create the trust, then they will just go to the next one. And nowadays there are a lot of options which are unlimited, and they will just search till they find someone who actually speaks to their values. So the website's main important thing is to create trust, and that we can do by a lot of things, a summary of things. There's just not only one thing which can do this. For example, to show credibility, that you can do by inserting partner logos, inserting use cases, showcasing what actually, how you have helped already to the other customers which you have even in your mainland, and that maybe gives them the impression that you could be helpful. You should have your unique selling points, of course, why they should be working with you, but by showing credibility through different kind of ways, they will get the impression that actually you can help them. And of course, what the sales manager does every day, answers the same questions. There's a request, and then they ask about the price, they ask about delivery times, they ask about quality, and sales managers always are replying to the same things constantly. But actually, your website could do it. Wouldn't be that amazing? And your sales manager would also be more effective and could have more times to close that leads actually into the deals. So think about, speak with your team, and create the most asked questions, and include this in your website, that actually the customer who is coming, or potential customer visitor is coming inside of your website, he actually finds that he can read himself. People nowadays do not want to read. They also do not want to call. They want to give the impression. When you catch their attention, then they start to actually dive in and read more. And if you have answers in the website, the chances they will actually contact you or call you are much higher. And of course, this kind of things brings you to the higher percentage of your success rate when doing different kind of sales and marketing activities to expand, that you actually succeed. The next part of my presentation is I would like to split the website in 3 pillars. Of course, I cannot cover it all. I cannot also speak here about how you actually get the visitors inside of your website. What do you do? It's more about what the website should include, what are the fundamentals, what are some nice add-ons, and maybe something on the side what you shouldn't be doing. So the 3 pillars of a website is functionality, design, its looks and feels, and of course the content. Let's speak or imagine about when you are building a website. That like you are building a house. So you should really have a goal of the website, what you should be doing with it, like what is the purpose of your website. As we already found out that contacts and address and the picture of CEO is not enough, that you should have a strategy for the main goal of your website. And it's the same, like you can compare a little bit with building a house. You have a plan, you want a winter house, you need a heating in it, you know how big you want, how many rooms it should have, and what you actually will be putting inside of it. So that's why the first pillar is functionality. That includes technical side of the website, and also how it functions itself. For example, even if you are sending an email campaign, for example, to your prospects in a broad country, and then someone actually opens your email and it catches their attention, and what they will do next, they will search for, either if you will not insert there the web address, but they will search after the email domain name and try to see more before they even reply. It's just how it happens nowadays. Don't take it too small. It's really important to work on this. And now imagine, for example, You are being in Ukraine, Latvia, we have a different kind of hostings where the websites are hosted. It's my primary thing. And then their customer opens the website in UK or maybe in United States of America, could be. And then the website loads really slow. And people are not waiting anymore. They will just not wait, they will leave. And that's why fast loading of the website is one of the main important things. And for this, you should be really taking care of a hosting, means the servers where the website is located. There are some advices. For example, when you're trying to go global, then just try to use most likely some kind of European or international hosters, like DigitalOcean. For example, GoDaddy, of course, is also very popular. They have the servers all around the world, and that means when the prospect from UK opens the website, it will not wait for the servers on from the Ukraine to actually provide the website. They will take the website content from the UK. It's a little bit maybe more expensive. Customers are saying there are hostings for €3. Why should we pay 20? But when you are thinking about some email campaigns or the strategies to go outside of your main market, yes, it costs money, but it can bring you a lot of value. So do it right for the first time. And then you can speak about success. The second thing is, of course, responsiveness. Many gadgets, many phones, Galaxy Folds now, different kind of resolutions. It's important because maybe the prospect will open your email in the train. And if the responsive side of the website is not fine, the text is too wide, the letters are maybe too small, and the slider is not loading, or there are maybe 5 huge pictures, which actually doesn't describe anything, then he will not get the message. Interesting fact is that the person entering the website builds up the imagination or the opinion about how you do your work is only in half a second. The opinion is made in first half a second, 0.5 seconds. So be really careful with the responsiveness. That's top of the things which people should be thinking nowadays. The next thing is, of course, languages. Thinking about smaller countries, like, for example, also Latvia, we mostly already build the websites in Latvian and English. It's a standard. Even for some people who are living in Latvian or running the businesses, it's very important to actually offer the options. And important thing is, even if you have 2 languages or more languages in the site, that you are showing the language switcher somewhere very seeable, because if the website opens in your language and there's someone from UK again watching and he has to search for the switcher where to change the language, people are not doing things like this. These are small details, but each of them really matter. Website gives also the option to actually collect data, and you should be really doing this. Analyze your visitors. For example, use Google Analytics integrations, use Google Search Console. You can analyze all of the behaviors, from which keywords the people are coming into your site, which pages they are watching, when they are leaving. Use the statistics, analyze, and become better, update regularly, maintain the site. When the website is ready first time, it's actually never ready, similar with the house, because you can be better and better. There's another good service which you can use. It's called Hotjar. Means you are integrating the code in the website and actually records the visitors and what are their actions on the site. You can watch afterwards a playback of every kind of visitor, where he clicks, how he goes, where he walks with the mouse around. It's very interesting, which actually also provides you a lot of data to analyze your visitors, to see where they are reading more, and to see actually where they are bored, and maybe that's the place for optimization. And of course, about the domains, you can also, there are no one right way how to use. Either you are having one website with many languages, or if you are doing some specific market as a target, then you could also buy their domain or buy EU domain or com domain and just make a separate site only for this. It has also some advantages, this kind of strategy, like maybe local CEO, but this is also something to think about. Don't be afraid. There is not one right way about this, how to do it, but you can really think about your scenario, what are your targets, and which strategy would fit you. The next pillar is a design. And design is user experience and user interface. User experience is how it actually feels, how the person is feeling in the website, how they can walk from one page to another one, how easy it is to read and find the content, and of course the strategy of content, what comes after what, and if the call to actions are in the right place. And that builds this kind of user interface, user experience, which actually you cannot really make it first right, because users are different, depends again from your business scope, and each industry maybe is needed for something else. But this, again, use the data, use the hotjar, use the analytics, and you can always optimize the user experience. User interface is about the design. There are a lot of websites which think that we should have some fancy loaders, fancy sliders, or maybe 5 of them. It's nice, of course. It maybe looks good. The question is if it's really valuable, and if the content is read and the people who are visiting the website actually understands. That's why the picture that the functionality or user experience should be actually aligned with the design and not fighting after with each other, just to succeed the best results. Again, about mobile first design, either if it's phone, either if it's web, either it's fancy website, or it's a very clean, standard, classical, very easily read. Maybe someone would call it boring. Don't take it as an offense. Just if the mobile first design is important, think about this. Of course, up-to-date design should be also something. If you are having a website built 10 years ago, maybe it's time to update it. Or maybe even 5 years ago, because a lot of things has changed past, and there are a lot of features which are actually important nowadays. Through each and every page of your website, think about consistent branding. Of course, you will have a logo, you will have some elements you are using. Think about, do not make each and every page different because you couldn't decide. On one page I want a full width, on one page I want content and very narrow blog post. Just think about the branding and the elements you are using on the site. They are actually going aligned with each other, because the person will not lose the focus. They will just keep focused, and it will be much more easier for them to read what actually you are saying. And that actually raises your chances to that you catch their attention, and they again are, after reading, contacting you afterwards, because you made a good impression, professional impression. Everything is clean, nice, good experience, and yes, raises your chances for succeeding. Another thing about when going global, there are, of course, in one country we have one traditions, one kind of nature. Even think about images, elements you are using in the website. For example, real case scenario: if you are trying to find the partners in Iceland, for example, you have some services, or you are producing, I don't know, tractors for fields, and then you are putting in your website sunflower fields, but in Iceland most of the time sunflower fields maybe are actually not the thing which they have seen, so they will not feel the connection with it as much as they would do if you would think about finding an image which actually describes the target market's nature, the people know there, and they will feel more connected and will feel more that you actually could understand them and solve their problem. Content and strategy. About content and strategy, as I said before, strategy is the most important thing of each and every website. What is your goal? What do you want the website to do? should it bring leads? Should it bring already customers? Should it bring calls to you? Or should it maybe, I don't know, advertise or showcase some kind of marketing materials? There are different kind of strategies. Let's say in our case, I'm speaking more about really finding a partners and customers abroad outside of your main market. And yes, the content, I can't stress this enough. No one wants to read in your website about how good you are, how great you do service X and Y. It's about actually they are coming there because they have a problem or they have a challenge and they want a solution. So think about with each and every element, and especially the text does the job here, that you are solving or helping your potential customer or the visitor who is coming there searching for their needs. They don't want a lot of stories about your history and CEO X and CEO Y, Y, and they really are trying to solve their issue, and the time is everything what matters. And that's why the content should be written about your customer. Try to put yourself in the customer's shoes when thinking about content. For example, I could write in my website the best website design services, and it actually says nothing. But when I write in my website, we are helping you to grow through website design or development services, that is already something completely different because they see the value, and I'm speaking about them. They already from the first view, they are more connected to their problem, which is going through their minds all through the days, especially as a business owners or B2B partners. So clear messaging. What do you offer? It's most likely not that difficult, right? You need just your main target audience, which actually is made for your service or the products, and then you should be really clear in your messaging. What do you offer? How you solve their problems? Which kind of services, what is the process of cooperation you are offering, if you are available for more individualized approach, or all of this should be really clear, because then the potential customer, the visitor, actually can understand and again write and speak about them, their problems. You can also write your unique selling points or your sort of features, but write them about the customer. Like we could tell, for example, just a real example. We are delivering services in time, like for the inside of the deadline, right? But you could also tell that you will be sure, or we will make sure you receive your products or service in time. It's about you. It's about the customer of yours. Put yourself inside of the shoes, and they will feel connected. Through the content, you should be helpful to your visitor. You should educate your visitor. Either it's a blog post or either it's a paragraph about some kind of a partner case, use case you did. And but you tell them how you are solving the problems, or how he could solve the problems. For example, you could describe, again, example with the web design. I'm describing actually what in my blog posts what the web, how the website would actually look like. And even if you are making yourself the website, that's also possible. You can also watch on this and you feel educated. You understand more. I'm telling what should be there in the similar like with this kind of webinar, because then you have some kind of guidelines, and you also know what to ask. Maybe your IT department lead, what you want to have in your website. And you should be educating your visitor. Yes, of course, again, for the credibility, you can use showcase pictures, for example, if these are products or if these are services, then you could use case studies or white papers about the services. All of this actually matters, not at the first sight, but when the customer or the visitor gets interested, then they actually will dive deeper and try to find out more about you. And if the information is there, the chances that they will contact you are higher. Translation and localization, very important topic. Translation is one thing. Most of us know English, but I already know that the English for the not native speaker is not that good like the native would speak. That's why here comes in place the localization. These are special services also from translation offices that actually the native speaker goes through the content and rewrites it in the way how the people are communicating. And that actually could increase the chances again that the person native is understanding your message. The last call to actions. You shouldn't be inviting the person inside of your room and not telling what he should be doing. So always place call to actions and either buttons, either it's a contact us, either it's send us a message, either it's leave your email for the, I don't know, there's some valuable resource PDFs, or either it's leave your phone number, we will call you back. Always ask questions. And by summarizing all of these points, you should be doing actually a lot of job inside of the website to educate your customer. You have to be the help the potential visitor actually is searching for, the solution. And that's how you actually build the trust and relationship. A short case study from my own experience almost 10 years ago. We were working in Germany. I was one of the founders of the company. We decided actually to sort of distribute Latvian IT company services and also Ukrainian IT company services to German customers, German B2B customers like Deutsche Bank, Deutsche Post, and other big companies. So the first thing what actually we did when trying to do this, we built a local German language website with clear messaging. What are the unique selling points? What do we offer? Why they should even listen to us after we are sending this email or contacting the prospects through the LinkedIn. And if I'm coming in the website and there's not clear unique selling points, could be everyone else. So the professional, understandable, clear website with the clear and direct offering with the unique selling points. And actually was a good thing. It really works. People can read in their language. They are watching, and that's something they can count on. The trust is built. There's something behind the website, right? And that's one of the first things. And actually, it really matters. 10 years ago, even maybe more, less than now, but now you should be really thinking about the quality, the content, the functionality of your website. I hope that you found something useful in my presentation, and if you have questions, it's brandsite.lv. I'm happy to help, and thank you.
Thank you very much, Christina, for a very inspiring and very useful presentation. Me personally was listening every single slide and watching it and analyzing and thinking about my future steps for my small business. But you know, we have a bunch of questions already. Yes, one question is a little bit connected with previous discussion about artificial intelligence as well, but as it's connected with homepage, I decided to this question to forward to you. Do you think artificial intelligence can be better for consumer awareness than websites? And a person is talking about creating a profile for artificial intelligence like this maybe for the tourism industry could be.
I maybe didn't understand the question completely. Could you repeat or read it how it's written?
So, do you think artificial intelligence can be better for consumer awareness than websites?
No, I don't think so. That artificial intelligence maybe is just also as an ingredient to create things and to use them as either chatbots or support or generating the content or thinking about ideas. But the changes, when they are coming changes, they are coming faster maybe than in the past, but still it takes time. And this is some kind of traditional way, especially when thinking about Western Europe, Germany, also Spain, France. They are still searching for, and not really, a lot of people are not understanding the artificial intelligence, and they are actually not trusting. This is some kind of maybe the key point, that it's good to use in different kind of ways. You are getting more effective and you can add some functionality, but not to replace.
Okay, thank you very much. So we have another question.
Okay.
Can websites increase consumer confidence, especially given the practice of buying positive reviews about the company and the development of fake twin sites?
Okay, good question. Websites definitely are increasing the confidence of any kind of, either it's products or either services. You can also add there, for example, integrate Google reviews, Trustpilot reviews, something official inside of the website, actually, to give the extra boost to this, that not only you are posting that maybe someone created just fake testimonials, but really to integrate the functions of the services which are made for the review, showcase more and add more for the trust building, definitely.
Okay, so we continue with questions. If we are not talking about sales over the internet, but only use the website to inform potential users of the service, wouldn't the creation of artificial intelligence of such a model be more effective than a website in view of modern trends in interactivity?
I maybe again I couldn't follow the question. I don't think it's a bad thing, but
what I have a feeling that person really wants to understand that there is like chatbot, for example,
Yes.
and website.
Yes,
And if I think that maybe website it's already old fashioned, but artificial intelligence, some kind of model, could be like more successful for dealing with consumer interests.
Again, I maybe have to repeat myself. I think that it should be should be added, the functionality, but not separated. Still, you would just there are huge amount of the prospects, the people who are not understanding actually the thing at all. And I'm calling with the thing, with with the intention, because that's how they do this AI thing, you know. And they are also maybe not trusting, because this, again, you could actually do a lot of more with integrating Google reviews, Trustpilot reviews, testimonials, use cases inside of the website. Most likely you could also build or program some kind of personal AI tool. That also can happen, but I think that's some kind of an add-on instead of a replacement.
So, and now we are going to the last question. So, Olga asked, Christine, thank you very much. But could you give some advice, please, which the better ways for small website development and SEO agency to enter international markets? I think this is very practical and useful for small companies.
Okay. So first of all, I'm splitting a website here. I was speaking more about what the website should include, but still, I, for example, didn't touch the topic of SEO at all. And the strategies itself, I was mentioning that actually you still could have the best pastries or cakes, and you build a fancy cakery in the middle of forest. It's a beautiful place. It's amazing. They are cheap even. And but if no one knows that they're in this forest, is that pastry cafe, then actually you will be not succeeding. You should really combine website as a part of more a tool actually to work with when you are thinking about expanding, going global. you should be thinking more as a whole strategy. Like either you are buying the prospect lists, you are either finding yourself the companies you would like to offer your services or products, also small and medium-sized companies, or you are maybe doing a marketing campaigns to search for the leads and actually show them the advertisements. This is strategies should be still used, and maybe my suggestion actually, which I know that the email marketing is not dead, but it has to be mastered really well. And the next thing after even someone opens your email, then they will, and if they are interested, then they will visit the website, and then the website is the tool. To build a website, you can do also different kind of ways. You can pay nothing, or do the Shopify websites even without the e-commerce or web, or you can also create some custom-made websites with integrations with some inventory systems and some unique design. All of them are possible. I wouldn't say that of course, the ready-made solutions, maybe they are not that fast, they are not that unique. But if you think about all of these points which are listed in the presentation, and the content and the visuals and the strategy itself, so what should be the call to action at the end of the website? You speak about your customer needs, about integrating your product or service, but you actually show them how you solve the problem. That is the way how to do it. But website is a tool, and still when thinking about exporting, again, there should be the strategies in place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Christina. It was a really great question and answer session as well. And I even would like to say thank you to the all participants who already provided those questions. And because it's quite rare, to be very honest, that during those webinars, questions and answers are given so much. So, and then in this case, yes, this is very thank you, because then I have a feeling that actually audience is listening to us and audience is very interesting in the topic. So, thank you, Christina, well, once more time. And now we are time to moving